Welcome to Beef Boys. We're talking about LA Noire.
Yep, we certainly are.
Yeah.
That it was a very confusing game for me because coming from GTA, you're like, oh cool, it's like a 1940s GTA. But then like the only open worldy parts were like sometimes between missions you could just drive where you wanted, but there wasn't really anything to do between the missions, or was there? Yeah.
Well, so as someone who's played that game, it's one of those games where it's like it has an open world, but it doesn't really want you to explore it, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like the setting kind of lets it be that because like it's Los Angeles while it's being built and established. So it's like, you know, as you're driving through, there is like fucking nothing. Like it's just like all developmental like buildings and houses and shit.
Yeah.
And it's just
like
really
half
like
it's in the suburbs.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really just there just as a means to get from point A to point B. Be like, look, we're in the 1940s or 50s or wherever. I don't know.
I guess it also doesn't really make sense if you're like a cop that you're like just, you know, like there's a case on the other side of town and on the way you just stop and like go and shoot up some gangsters or something, you know? Like
I think my favorite thing about that game is they try where they can to lean into the culture of the 40s.
Yeah.
But none of the cops be saying any actual like.
No, actually,
they don't be talking like they actually do.
That's where you're wrong.
No. I know they say some slurs, but they don't be dropping the good ones.
The juices.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. They really.
They don't go
really
for the top dog one that they were absolutely saying back then. 100%. They were saying it.
Hold on, right. I'm on the side of the LAPD because someone on this podcast has to be. And I believe in the 1940s.
Someone needs to back the police here.
I believe in the 1940s, the LAPD never said the word you're speaking
they
of.
They were never racist.
They would never say it. They uphold justice.
Respect the thin blue line.
Apparently when they were writing Red Dead and Red Dead 2, they obviously like wanted it to be like, you know, accurate to how people spoke back then. So they did a lot of research and like, you know, obviously books and shit. And they said like, Red Dead actually has, I mean, that's a game that really would have that sort of, and they do touch on it in places where they do have like, you know, you meet people who are slaves or ex-slaves and like the way that they interact with you is.
Or you find the KKK in the forest.
You can find the KKK. The saddest one is you find down in Lemoyne, you see like there's like a black man on a bench, and if you go and like stand near him or whatever, he's like, "Oh, so I'm so sorry. Like you can sit here." And Arthur's like, "What the fuck? Like, what are you doing?" And he's like, "No, I don't mean any."
Really?
I do like it. It's this.
I met that guy.
Yeah, it's obviously like someone who was either like an ex-slave or grew up in like obviously a very racist southern environment, who's just like afraid of white people. He just doesn't want to offend any of them. And I don't know. It really phoned home that whole idea. But they said when they were like making it, they were like, well, we wanted to include some language to make it feel grounded, but like they were like, we were just surprised and disgusted at just how much it was used in like all the literature and shit that they were reading back then, like how commonplace it was. Like it really was.
Dude,
just
it was
like,
everywhere.
If you would have used it, if they used it that much in the game, you'd be like, what the fuck is this game?
Yeah, you'd get pretty sick of it real quick. Like, okay, I don't know if I can hear this anymore.
I mean, because the only one I can really think of is like in that beginning mission where you're like in the mountains and fucking Micah's like, I don't want to be sleeping with no darkie.
Yeah, that's like the one where I was like, oh, okay. So
it makes sense.
So we're getting Micah's character here.
Yeah, I mean, it works because he's the character you're meant to hate. So it's like, all right, just a bit off rip, we're gonna have one dude who's a piece
I've never
of shit.
wanted to kill a character more. I hate
spoilers
Micah.
for Red Dead 2, but one of my best friends like finished it, which I was like so excited. You know, I was like really happy to have him start playing it. Like when James started playing it, I was like, yes. But my friend finished it thinking that was the end, but obviously there's a whole epilogue which is like the real ending. And I guess he worked so hard to get to that like first ending that he never actually finished the epilogue. He's like, I'll get around to it, and then just never did. I'm like, you never saw what happened.
Dude, the epilogue is so cool in that game. Just getting to run around like, dude, the reveal after playing so much of that game, because that map is fucking massive. And, you know, you spend so many hours exploring and you think you've covered most of it and you're like, I could probably go back and find new things. The epilogue hits and you've got like a massive extra map to go around. I was blown the fuck away.
First game, I think, right?
Pretty much.
I think it is like the entire.
Mexico.
Well, you can go to Mexico because I remember when I
you
first
can
heard
cheat
you could
your
do
way
that.
to
Doplex
Mexico,
when
but
he's
you're not meant to go
14.
there.
Right. You could go to Mexico because I remember like they had Mexico in it, but like all the buildings weren't finished. You know,
It was. I think
But
it
it's
was
like
well,
still-
because they're only in the distance. So like, I think if you can
Yeah.
go there, you can see they do have like some of the buildings from the first game, which is kind of cool. But they're like
Yeah.
low LOD versions. Like they're just meant to be
yeah.
set dressing in the horizon. You're not actually meant to get there. So if you can cheat your way there, but there's nothing to do in like Mexico proper. But it's
Right.
it's a weird choice. Like I guess maybe it was for online, but I've heard lots of theories and rumors about like the whole game or a big chunk of the game was also meant to take place in that like whole southern area.
Oh,
Because
right.
even as John in the epilogue, you only go to like a little bit of it at the very top. Like you don't really go and touch the whole
Yeah.
like Disney part down the bottom. And there is content
Yeah.
there, but I think there was also cut light. Someone found like if you use hacks to get it so Arthur can go there earlier in the game, he has lines for like different parts, like specific
really?
lines just for that.
Interesting.
That
Yeah.
bit. So at some point they obviously intended you to be able to go there.
Mexico.
Yeah.
He just says that.
What
the hell?
Who are these people? They
Who
look
are
weird.
you, boy?
He's never met a Mexican before.
Yeah.
What the
I
hell
was-
are you doing around here?
I just thought Javier had a skin condition. You telling me
He
there's
had
more
too
of you
much
folks?
sun.
Thought his mama dumped him in coffee.
Hey, gordita.
Could I get a Crunch Wrap Supreme?
Go through the Taco Bell drive-through on your horse.
What's that fucking AI
Because that
Trump thing
exists.
where he's like, I love the Latinas, Los Gorditas, big beautiful Latinas.
That sounds like someone AI Trump's voiceover James.
Yeah. Someone took James' dialogue and put
I love
Trump on it.
Latinas. Greatest
what's
in
a-
the world.
You know, it's a weird thought, just in terms of juicy history. Red Dead 2 and 1, I guess, are both set only like 40 years before LA Noire is.
Yeah,
That is
every
kind
time
of
I played it,
insane.
I was like, man, this is like really recent, technically speaking. Like it doesn't. You think Wild Wild West, and you're like 1847, and this is like
Yeah.
1890, which
I think
is
the
like a
first game
couple of
set in,
years.
like-
It's like 20 years before World War One.
Yeah.
The first Red Dead game set in like 1911, I think.
I think it is because
With-
it's like the whole point of Red Dead is like the end of the Wild.
Yeah,
West, which is
the
a really cool spin on like a Western drama.
but it is funny
Yeah.
for the sequel. They're like, "Fuck, we can't go forwards.
Yeah, we gotta go
have to die-
backwards.
we gotta
Which
dial this
makes
one back."
me want the third one to be a prequel to the prequel. I want to see
Yeah,
Arthur
let's
and the
keep going
gang
back.
get up to some real Wild West hijinks.
Yeah.
That's
Some
what
real
all I'm
sheep
that would be
saying.
shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that'd be
honestly,
sick.
I do love like there's something like my first playthrough of Red Dead 2 and just seeing the ending perfectly line up with the first game, like it was just
Oh,
like
yeah.
such a smooth transition. That shit is so fucking cool. Like,
Is Red Dead
I
1 on
love
PC
when-
now?
It's on
It
Switch.
might be coming. Yeah,
It's on, no, because remember they did that recently. I remember fucking
Bring it
literally
to
posting.
Switch. What
I
a
remember
great game
posting in
to run on
chat, like,
Switch.
because it got leaked. Like someone found like Red Dead 1 re-release, or someone found a string of code on the Rockstar website that mentioned like Red Dead 1 coming back or something. And I remember posting that to our group chat, being like, "Holy fuck! Like, are they gonna remaster it in the Red Dead 2 engine?
Yeah,
like,
I
the
do
whole
remember
map's
us
already
talking
there,
about
pretty
that.
much. Like, it would be so
Yeah.
sick." And then it
We were
comes
getting
out
so
that-
fucking erect for nothing.
yeah,
dude.
it was not only just
Blue
a
balled.
it was like a port to
Yeah, not even.
it wasn't even a remaster. It wasn't like, oh, we took like, I didn't, even if it wasn't in the Red Dead 2 engine, I was like, oh, maybe they'll have the original engine but like with modern lighting or some nicer.
Yeah.
No, literally just a port exactly as it was to
Yeah,
Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4, not even 5.
yeah,
And
literally.
it was $60.
So, dude,
absolutely insane.
Rockstar is such a weird company because it's like, GTA 5, GTA 4, fucking Red Dead 1 and 2, LA Noire. They make so many games that we all fucking love. And every time they go to do something like this, it's like they have never made a game before.
Yeah.
I don't
like
understand
their
how they
insane.
consistently manage to make amazing games and then blow anything past that. The
Dude,
online,
it's
the remasters, any of it. It's all
Red
dog
Dead
shit.
Online.
it's absolutely insane, and then not even just like the re-releases, but like the way they like distribute their games. Because like, fuck it, if you want to play a Rockstar game on PC, right? You have to. I hate that like all these companies have launchers now.
Dude,
like,
it's the
so
worst.
fucking annoying. Because like I usually play PC games on my Steam Deck, and like in order to play it on your Steam Deck, you still have to go through the launcher. But what sucks is like their games are tied to their launcher, which is tied to your internet. So if you're in a spot of the house where like the internet is choppy for even a millisecond, it'll just crash your game. And it's just like, how is this intuitive? Like, you guys make these groundbreaking fucking industry-changing video games and just slap it on some like bullshit like that.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. The fucking
kind of like,
Vice
like
City
the
remake
Apple.
is honestly, yeah.
Actually, you know what? That isn't even a fair comparison because most of Apple's products do work. They're just really expensive, and like
they work until they're
a new thing comes along, and then Apple poisons your phone.
Press the big red button.
But
yeah, they push the big
shit,
red stop working button.
Outside of like Rockstar's like mainline series, their shit just doesn't work. It's so weird. Like, it's like
weird.
all the talent, all the everything just goes into making one amazing game every 10 years now, I guess.
Yeah.
And then everything on the side, like re-releases, fucking launches, like everything else is just like whatever. Just we'll pawn that off to like all the nepo hires who don't know how the fuck to like actually do anything.
Our D string team, just give it to them. I don't get it, man. It's kind of it's weird.
Games are weird, man.
I was talking to James about this recently.
Neither
James? One of us. What?
BeefBoys, James?
The very same. Why doesn't Rockstar sell its driving mechanics? I don't think we should have games come out that it's not at least better driving than GTA 5.
I agree.
Both of us are very confused. Like, GTA came out in what, 2015, 2013, 2012?
Yeah. 2013.
It's been fucking a decade. How do we have games that are driving worse than GTA 5?
I know.
Rockstar just needs to give the secret out so we can have cool driving in more games.
Yeah, because like even games that like driving is the main driving factor, pun intended.
Nice.
Like fucking you go and play like Forza and it's like, all right, I guess, but it's not like it's not fun to drive.
I guess Forza's shit's trying to be realistic, which is cool if that's what you're into, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It doesn't let me run people over.
I prefer like, I'd rather drive. Like I have a car. I can go out and drive in real life. If I, really
I can hit somebody in real life.
I can clip 20 civilians in real life.
I can run up to someone and jerk them out of their car and off.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like GTA 5 has the worst gunplay in any game. Like it
really does.
It sucks to shit. It's so bad. I don't know how I was fine with it at the time, but I guess like Red Dead, that they said like, oh, we improved the firing. Or the gunplay or whatever. And like, when you play that if you play GTA 5 after playing Red Dead 2, you're like, this sucks. This is like, all the guns feel floaty and like you barely aim or whatever. But the driving is just so good.
It's so
like,
good,
I don't even give a shit. You don't even you can take the guns out of GTA and just let me run around and like steal cars. That's all I'd want.
And what's crazy is the shooting in GTA 4 is better than GTA 5. Like it's reversed. I think it's because GTA 4 has like it's the fucking euphoria physics where it's like you shoot a guy in the dick and like the AI knows to go like, ow, my dick. And he, like, fucking wiggles around and grabs his foreskin and like tugs on it. He's like he's squelching out the blood out of his cock because of physics.
He's tying his foreskin like to stop the bleeding.
He's binding down his cock.
Have you seen the compilation of like in Far Cry 2? Like all the animations of like depending on where you shoot someone, they die in different ways.
Oh really?
Yeah,
that's
what the Euphoria thing.
It might have been Euphoria, right? Yeah, but it's fucked, man, because they'll like, or not even necessarily die. Like if you shoot them in the leg, they'll start limping, and so like but they'll still try and kill you or whatever. And it's like, why did we get rid of this? This is awesome.
I don't know.
I know.
I think the new
Red Dead kind of has it.
Red Dead does have it.
Red Dead 2 has
Fallout
it so
sorta does
viscerally.
that. Like you can shoot people's arms and legs off and fall out.
But it's also the Bethesda engine, so like they don't do anything different. And just
you shoot a guy's arm off, and he's just like, yeah.
Oh well.
He's just like pogo sticking at you.
Get Red Dead 2 is fucking disgusting though when you like clip someone's neck or whatever, and you see them bleed out, and they like realistically like stumble forwards.
Yeah, they start stumbling like this,
and you're like, oh god. I love doing it to somebody who pisses me off.
Yeah,
in real life,
which is everybody.
There's this guy on Twitter who's been posting like fucking Red Dead 2 threads, like like the 4 page is garbage, but sometimes it hits. Yeah. Sometimes you get some cool shit like that. But it was like Arthur shoots this guy in the back, just like some random civilian, and like blood is straight like squirting. I don't know if he hit an artery, but blood is straight like squirting out of the dude's back. He's trying to run away until he like literally bleeds out, and like it's crazy how visceral they got that. Like when
it's
you shoot
really
somebody,
nasty.
like
it's
you
really
feel bad
fucked.
for a bit, you know? It's like, yo,
well,
I'm sorry, dude.
It's even worse when you do it to an animal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There should be a sorry button in it. Whoopsies.
Sorry about that, boy.
It sucks if you do it to an animal though, because like you can fully clip like deer in the neck and shit, and they'll fucking like they'll just lie on the ground and cry, like fucking
kick
cry
around and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
it's
oh god, but like you can't. The game does give you an option to go and like finish them off with like a knife, put them out of their misery,
jerk them off.
And if you
press triangle to jerk off,
but if you don't,
bring her back to life.
I'm sorry about your neck. If you jerk the penis off, all the blood goes to his dick and not his neck, and he survives.
That's how we save them.
Yeah. He just stored blood in your dick for long enough for us to
get fucking Steve or whatever his name is. The guy who jerked his dog off.
Jerk off
That's his name.
Jerk off my deer. Come here, elk. Come here, elk. I got you.
That episode was funny because I listened back to it, and like I feel like at the time I didn't. Maybe because I was in beef mode of like trying to be fucking funny or whatever. I didn't really realize the like severity of what he was saying. I was like, this dude jerked his dog.
Jerks off his dog.
Every time I think about that episode, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
What do you mean wild, you jerked your dog off?
Like, I feel like, because it is weird. Obviously, it's very weird, very disgusting. But there's like a weird subsect of people who just think like jerking a helpless... Like, there is a fucking... I don't know if I've ever talked about it on BeefBoys, but there was that story of like the dad who had like a son with Down syndrome, and he would like jack him off to like relieve his fucking whatever. Like it's like
it's a weird. I mean, I think I've talked about that's weird. You
just got to give your son an instruction manual, dude.
Yeah, at a certain point,
give him a little wiggy out himself. Let him go through the motions.
Yeah, if he's got hands. I did watch this video once about this, like, I guess she was like a nurse or something, a healthcare worker in Japan, who's like, her thing is she goes and she cranks off people who are physically unable to touch their own little fucking cock. Because I mean, if you've got like fucking
shout out that lady, she's a hero.
If you've got some kind of like, a physical disorder where you're unable to touch your own dick, and you're a guy. You still imagine like you right now, like imagine trying to do like the NoFap fucking was it No Nut November, but involuntarily, but not even because it's just because you can't touch your own dick. That would be rough.
That would be rough.
That would be tough.
Yeah.
I need to come.
The video is like really because it's not. She's not a sex worker.
So what's your emergency?
I need to come. She's not like help,
help me,
my penis. Yeah, that's weird. She's not like fucking sucking them off and getting her tits out and shit. She's just like very dryly like it's very
like professional.
It's
she's
super medical.
She's medical about it.
Yeah, exactly.
She put on the gloves.
Yeah,
you gotta get going. Do you think like you go to like a place like that, right? And they have like a waiting room. And, like,
a hospital?
Are you? Yeah, but are you like limping in? Like is your fucking balls so swollen you're like limping?
Well, I think you're probably limping in because you're
ringing the bell.
Physical disability.
You're just waddling in.
It's just walking in.
Shit swanging.
It's just fucking hitting the little bell on the desk. I need to come.
I want your nut.
Sir?
Let me bust.
Sir, please take a number. Sir, please take a number. Go wait in the lobby. No.
That's what it would feel like, man. The idea of like, I can't remember the last time I've gone like more than 2 weeks without fucking slinging fat ropes, as Andrew would say.
That is my favorite way to describe
You do be saying
coming.
The last time was probably
I like to come.
maybe beef trip in October. That was tough.
Yeah, thank you for not fucking cranking your hog in my bathroom.
Oh, I
I
did.
appreciate that.
Oh, Andrew did. I watched him. He said, "I need help."
Yeah,
I
I
should've
called
put up
Kudos
signs.
from
That's
inside
my
the
fault.
bathroom. Help!
Help!
I can't do it on my own.
I need a car.
When you hear that this October, don't fix this one, you'll know.
He comes
hear a
running
muffle.
up the stairs. Stop that!
Dog.
Let me in!
Andrew, no!
I'm like outside the door, just like.
Slow motion. On my knees.
You just hear like a faint as it hits the door.
Sabrina
This is
shits a
one
single
single
tear
nut.
like
Yeah,
that,
just
like that,
once.
for all the cleaning she did in there.
Oh,
It's that fucking that anti-littering ad with the Indian fella who turns and cries. That's what she does.
oh yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
if you had the ability to control,
Yes.
like, as men, right? If we had the ability to control like our cum level,
yes.
so like
maximum
for
all
all-
times.
Oh yeah.
So like for
Put
all,
that
for all
shit
my,
on
my Dragon
maximum
Ball
all the
fans out
time.
there, you know when Goku goes Kaioken and he like multiplies his power.
Mm.
Imagine if he could do that with
Kamoken.
your cum, you know?
Yeah.
Like so you'd be like, I just want a little quick thing, just fucking vanilla cum level, but you're like, no, I want to soak this bitch.
Your armor just went
What-
boing.
I remember there was like a whole thing on 4chan for a while, probably still honestly, where people were posting like the supplements they took to get fat loads. But the
Oh,
problem is
max
I don't
load,
trust
yeah.
anything
Yeah.
on 4chan, so like I wouldn't trust
Yeah.
even though I'm sure it's all like just stuff you'd get at a pharmacy. I'd be worried it would be one of those
We
things.
we
like
sold that stuff.
Yeah, right. Well, this
Oh,
was like
you
a
sold
full
the
like
cum juice?
cocktail of no pun intended, a full cocktail of like
Oh.
different supplements you're meant to take. But my fear would
Right.
be it would be
Cocktail.
like yeah. Pun intended. Have you heard that thing about like there's I can't remember what it is, but there's 2 common cleaning products in America that they have to put warnings on to say like, hey, don't mix these fucking cleaning products because I guess some people are like it's like bleach and pneumonia
Dude,
or
It's to
something.
make
Yeah.
mustard gas.
Ammonia.
Bleach
Yeah.
and ammonia. Bleach and ammonia.
Yeah, exactly.
It basically makes Agent Orange. It's
No,
like a
no,
very
literally, it
bad
makes-
gas.
Exactly.
It makes
yeah.
mustard gas. It literally will gas your
Yeah.
house and you will die. But
Right.
obviously, bleach, good for cleaning. Ammonia, good for cleaning. So I think some people are like, well, what if I fucking mix them? That's super clean.
To the
That's
power
double
of
cleaning.
2.
Yeah. So my fear is
cleans.
the cum supplements would be like that. Like they're innocent on their own, but if you fucking ate them all at the same time, your head would explode or something.
Yeah.
You're exact.
Your head will explode.
As soon as you come, that's what I was trying to say. You just go,
Also, the
"Ah!"
idea of like taking us like I don't really take supplements for like normal. I don't normally take pills. It's the idea of
Right,
starting
it's-
to take pills just for cum is really
just
fun.
for
Cum.
cum volume.
Yeah, well, it's a fetish like anything else, right? Because I remember working at the sex shop and we sold a lot of those fucking pills, dude. Like this one guy came in and he's like, "Yeah, I blame the conception of my first child on these pills." Because
Oh,
I guess he
really?
was like, yeah, because he was like storing. Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to they come in like a little pack.
Cum.
And you're
Come in a
supposed to take. I've never taken them, for the record. I've never taken them. I know this from customer
But
testimony.
he
I've
did
never
come in the
taken
pack.
him.
Folks, listen up. I never taken these. But like you're supposed to take one, right? And you can't come for like a whole week. So you have to take one.
So you're
pill
really
every
doing
day
the
for a
try
whole
not to
week.
come and the
Literally,
try not to come
yeah.
challenge. You're,
Yeah,
you're
'cause, like,
playing
what that
this
pill
fun
is supposed
game
to
that makes
do-
you come in 5 seconds and you're like, no!
I bet you won't last 5 minutes playing this game. It's fucking Raid Shadow Legends. But yeah, you're supposed to take it every day. You store your cum. I don't know what the science behind it.
You store
but
it
then
in
when
like
you
a nice little
finally
box
cum, it's
somewhere.
supposed to- yeah, you put it in a little urn. It's supposed to be 7 days worth of cum in like one load.
That
So it's
reminds me
supposed
of,
to like, yeah.
that, first of all, that feels like it's a fucking placebo. That reminds me of, I've maybe told this before, there was this weird, one of those stories you hear in like primary school whatever elementary school for you fucking
About
nerds.
loads of cum.
Yeah, about like big fat juicy fucking fat loads.
Class.
No, it was one of those stories that we were told that I've never heard anywhere else, but for some reason stuck with me. But it was this fucking stupid story about like, oh, this king wanted the best meal in the world, and so he hired the chef who said he would give it to him. And the chef said, okay, but you have to wait a week without eating before you can eat my special fucking meal. And then on the
Hot Pocket,
a week passed, and the guy serves him a moldy potato and dry steak and like all this nasty food. But the king's like, this is the best meal I've ever eaten. And the lesson is that it was because he was real hungry. So I feel like it's kind of like that. Like if you just didn't, the pills probably don't do shit. If you just didn't come for 7 days straight, or however long, Tic-Tacs. You would just be coming a lot anyway, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey man,
I honestly
take these for 1 month without coming, and I bet you'll come a lot.
Yeah, because I think it's supposed to be more like bukkake type.
Oh, sure, bukkake.
Like an abnormal amount of cum, not just like, not like your load times 7. It's like supposed to be like,
the big cummies,
paint a wall.
The big cummies. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
I love
cool.
how
I mean, I will say if I could
sex
control
store.
it, it would be if I'm not going on the inside, full volume, just for the impress. You can impress anybody. But if you're inside, then you can be like, whoa, let's hold it back.
Nelly.
And then you don't have to worry about getting people pregnant.
Inside. I want to fucking crank it 24. I mean,
kudos
I feel like
living dangerously.
Well, that's what contraception's for. I feel like the difference between one cum and many cum is probably not that different, right? Like if
many condoms.
I should say condoms. I saw a condom on the street yesterday.
That'd be a sick fucking merch idea. Many condoms.
Stop
condoms,
babies.
That would be epic.
Yeah. Yep. I love how going back to your sex store story. I like how open people are at the sex store, because every time I go to one, I feel like ashamed being there. Not ashamed. Yeah. I'm just very like in and out. Like I just get what I'm there for and fucking leave and try not to make any small talk. But I love that people come up and they're like, this one made me came the most. This one made me came not as much. This one made me have a baby.
Yeah, well, so that's kind of like the atmosphere, at least when I worked at, because like you had to be very open with everybody because you wanted them to be comfortable. Because obviously they spend money if they're comfortable, you know what I mean? And it was very weird. Like,
do you know where the dildos are? And Doplex goes like, oh, don't.
Yucky, yucky, get out, ew.
You're so weird.
You're so fucking gay. Get out.
Gross.
Just leaves with tears in his eyes.
That's how you think people are gonna. I don't like. It's such a weird irrational fear. Like, is those workers at a sex store gonna be like, ugh?
Ew, you're fucking strange.
Like that guy who bought the Rick and Morty or the Pickle Rick plushie at GameStop. That's an old beef story I told.
Yeah.
That we like mildly joked about, and he got all pissy at everybody, and he wrote a complaint to corporate saying he got dunked on for buying a Pickle Rick plushie. I want the Pickle Rick dildo, and everyone's like,
ew, you're so going straight to corporate.
What is okay? Well, just to make our fans feel self-conscious, what is something that like, if obviously you probably wouldn't say it to their face, but when you worked at a sex store, what was like something that people would buy and you'd be like, oh, or like
give you a little eyebrow raise
about after the fact,
right?
Was there anything?
I mean, there was a few things. I mean, like, usually like cock cages, I feel like always kind of weirded me out.
Yeah, those are always good for a little chuckle.
Free my member.
Definitely sounding rods. Because we had like, we had all the normal shit, but then we had like this fucking dark, dank corner by the door that was like in a locked cage, and it was all like the really extreme shit. So it was like fucking floggers with spikes on them, cock cages that you hook up to a battery, sounding rods that had like a gritty texture, like just shit like that.
Gritty.
You know what I mean? It was very like, it was like. So whenever somebody wanted something out of that case, it was like, all right, I'll go get the key.
That's fucking. Like, that's crazy that they literally have like a for real. This is for the real freaks.
Yeah, this is for the extreme fuckers.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, I guess. But
yeah. I mean, Yeah, there was definitely a lot of that. Like, I'm pretty sure I talked about it on BeefBoys, but there was like a dude who was really into piss and was like giving me a tutorial on how to piss on someone. Not like physically, but he was like telling me. He was giving me like the recipe.
He was
for,
giving
like,
you the wiki how.
pissing on someone.
Yeah.
Literally that. He was giving me like fucking ingredients.
That seems like
shit.
something that would be pretty easy to just do. I feel like you just piss.
Yeah, just make piss. Yeah, well, his whole thing was like, it has to be enjoyable.
I'm actually
for the
quite a
other
natural
person.
at it, if I do say so myself.
Listen,
That's nice that he's.
I know how to piss.
I
That's
make
nice
piss
that
without
he's
even
like
thinking.
inclusive. Well, not inclusive that he's he's cares about the other participant.
He wants
Exactly,
to
yeah,
make
he's
sure
like,
the
"You want it
golden
to taste
shower
good?"
smells good, tastes good. It's a good
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. Shut up, piss.
Nothing worse than being the golden shower guy where the shower stinks. You know, you don't want to be that golden shower boy.
Yeah, you don't want to get pissed on by a guy who just ate a bunch of asparagus.
Exactly.
Or maybe you do.
I feel like, hey, that might
Might be a
probably
thing.
always people out there. Yeah, that might be a thing. Stinky piss guy.
I feel like smell is probably one of the nastiest fetishes. Like just scents in general.
Because there's a
And
lot of
musk.
stuff with sex where the smells are just kind of like,
Probably 90%
Yeah.
of it where it's like in isolation, not a very good smell.
yeah, no, you don't. You don't
like, I
wanna
mean,
take a whiff.
yeah, because then you start like teetering on scat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's like a guy who's like, I want you to fucking fart on me.
I like the smell of pussy and Doplex runs in. That's a slippery slope to shitting yourself.
Watch out.
You'll be bathing in
Listen,
poop
sir.
before you know it.
You're knocking on the door of scat.
Watch
Do
out.
not do it.
I've seen it many times working at a sex store.
I've seen the dark brown light. You don't want to walk towards that cave, brother.
There's no light at the end of this brown tunnel, boy. Get out while you can.
Back.
I think I remember seeing a list of like
once seen a brown eye. Fucking the Jaws monologue.
Anus got a brown eye like a doll's eyes.
like a doll.
I remember
That's a good
seeing,
monologue.
Doll's eye.
I remember seeing a list of porn that's banned in New Zealand years ago, and it's like mostly what
Oh,
you'd
yeah?
expect, like child stuff, but scat is also banned.
That's a good one. Oh, what the
Oh,
hell? New
interesting.
Zealand
What-
party pooping.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That seems like a weird, like it's gross, but it's like I mean, if it's two adults, I guess fucking
Yeah, you know, enjoy, I
But
guess.
Can't you like?
Just don't
can't
tell
you
me
die
about it
from
because
that?
I will.
Oh yeah,
I'll keep my distance from you physically.
Right. Yeah.
Can you
'Cause I
imagine
feel
being the
you
dude who
could
gets
realistically
busted?
get a parasite from like I don't know.
Oh yeah,
fucking-
yeah. But I feel like if you're in the fetish, that's probably like you've given that those you've weighed up the
Right, yeah.
options.
You're willing to take the risk.
Yeah.
You got your little
Yeah.
paper out. You did a pros and cons list. You know, you wrote down. It's like I might
Cons,
get really sick.
Parasite.
I might
Pros,
throw
epic
up.
shit.
Yeah,
Pros,
the code is
slaps.
just epic poopy.
Epic poopy on my nose.
Big
I like it.
cum.
Yeah, I would be interested
Yeah.
to see what the rationale is behind the government's decision to ban that, outside of just
The ban scat.
woes.
Yeah,
probably
I
just
think
like-
honestly that's probably all it came down to is one
just-
Kiwi
Yeah.
politician
Ugh.
was just like, nah, no, nope,
He
Outta
saw that,
here.
he's
We're
like,
not doing it.
"Why?"
It was like
Yeah.
it was like that when England added the fact you need a porn license, and it was because like I think someone campaigned on
Wait,
the whole
porn
like
license?
oh yeah, so I think in England they're starting to do it in some
To, like,
states
jack
as
off
well,
or
aren't they?
just-
Like you have to have proof of like ID or whatever.
I think
on porn
Texas
sites.
is, or did Texas like ban it completely?
No, I think in Texas you have to like upload an ID.
Which
I don't know.
Yeah.
the
it's like,
specific- I
dude,
think you
so-
have
I'm
to
not
so
upload
that's-
an
uploading
ID.
my fucking driver's license to
Yeah,
Brazzers.
see,
What are you talking?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
See,
Well, so England
so you
did
see
that
who's
as well
cranking off the
because of
fucking
course it
American
did.
dad.
But
Right
the problem with it was like the reason that shit got passed was like you know someone's campaigning like oh we need to protect the children from porn, which is like a reasonable cause I suppose, but then you don't want to be the
Yeah.
politician who comes out like in favor of porn. You know,
Yeah,
Like,
it's one of those things where you can't be the
Actually-
guy who's like, actually,
I will
porn
fight
is
for
kind of epic.
in America, at least, like I guess there's an argument to be made about like freedom of speech. Like you can't just censor things you don't, you know, like that. You can
Yeah.
you can kind of sidestep a little bit where it's like I'm not a porn guy, but we shouldn't be banning things. But in England,
I say put the dicks in their hands.
But England doesn't have a freedom of speech thing, so it's pretty much you were the guy or you weren't, and no politician wants to be the guy. So essentially, that bill just fucking blew on through with no opposition.
Yeah. Well, except Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz didn't mind being a porn guy. Remember that classic moment?
That
when
was
he liked
epic.
porn on Twitter.com.
He liked a video from Corey Chase.
Do you reckon he did that at, like, the him banning porn in Texas or restricting it was like, I need to I need to
I
save
have a problem.
I need to stop.
Guys,
I need to fix this
like
right
porn.
now.
That is a
It's
weird.
actually kind of yucky.
I know America's just one big barrel of hypocrisies tied together with string, but it is funny being like, all right, freedom of speech, except in Texas, which is the most free nation, you're not allowed to look at porn unless you give the government your ID.
Yeah. There's not a lot of health care. You can't have an abortion. You can't. You can't do this.
Actually, now that I think about it,
we're the freest state, baby.
Where's my freedom? I want an abortion.
It's gone.
What are you saying?
It doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, I forgot.
I forgot.
Okay. But actually, I wanted to talk about a little story about this kitten I found.
Don't stole a cat.
Allow me to divulge.
From a
so
child.
the other night, and don't worry, viewers, I will show her off in just a second here. So the other night, Sabrina and I, we were taking a little trip, running some errands. We were doing like some late night errands.
Buying some
and we
crack.
went to the ATM, and we heard this like fucking noise. Right? It was just like, at first we thought it was like a bird, so we just like went into the bank, came back out, and then like we kept hearing this like super loud fucking meow. Like it came closer, and I went to go like, it's Texas. You know, it's pretty like. There's a lot of buildings, but then there's a lot of just like big open fields. And fucking there was this tiny ass little kitten that like just came out of the bush and was like screaming at us. So anyway, I rescued her. No big deal.
Hell yeah.
She was covered in fleas.
I stole her from a family who was 2 meters away.
I stole her from her family, you know, because I know the thing is you're supposed to like wait till mother comes back or whatever, right? But I guess what's happening here right now is like a lot of kittens are just like popping up in places. Because it's this thing called kitten season, which is a thing. And we already have a cat. I don't want to be the guy with 2 cats because then I'm a cat guy. You know, I feel like
you have a dog though, and you got a spider. You're more of just animal man.
Yeah, it's more eclectic.
You're pet guy.
You're like a
pet
zoophile.
guy. What can I say?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a zoophile, you know. Or in James's words, I'm a bit of a zootopia. You know?
Yeah, a bit of a zootopia. Yeah, I'm a zootopia kind of guy.
Fuck, that was fun.
Yeah. So fucking initially we weren't gonna keep her. Because we were like, you know, 2 cats. I feel like that'd be kind of a lot. She had fleas.
2
I gave her
cats.
2 cats. I gave her a bunch of flea baths. Took her to the vet. Spent a fucking arm and a leg, just like making sure she was. Because like the thing was, like, when you bring a stray animal into your house, right? It's no longer like this cat may have diseases. It's like, yo, now my cat and my dog might have diseases.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to spread anything.
Yeah,
you want to make sure it's all good.
Right, yeah. So we took her to the vet just to like make sure she was all good. And she was. And now she's our cat. So do you guys want to see Banana?
Let's go.
You adopted the cat?
Yes.
Interesting that you named it after another phallic object, Doplex.
Interesting. Another
noodle and banana. Object. Interesting.
What's the next one we call it? Eggplant?
Interesting, dude.
Yeah. Real fucking epic, guys. Does that mean we're going to get to meet Banana?
I think that does.
Very similar make and model as Noodle.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that is like the default cat you find. Because that is exactly what several of our cats looked like that we found in our barn.
Yeah, she's, I know, yeah, she's definitely like
so
literally
little.
default skin cat.
Aww.
But the thing about her is I've been calling her Banana Ice Cream because she just be screaming, bro. Like, well, she's distracted with my headphones now, but she has just been screaming nonstop since we've gotten her.
That's
but
awesome.
Like she just has learned to meow, and that's what she's doing now.
She just found a new superpower. She's just like testing it out. It's like when you get the voice in Skyrim. She's just going around going, Foos! Foos!
You want to say some words? You want to yell Foos into the mic? No? I think she's confused by the texture of my armor. Can't grip onto it.
What is this?
What is this? But yeah, this is Banana.
Hello, Banana.
Our second cat now.
Doplex, you didn't hear me, but I do have a question for you. It's very interesting that this is the second cat you've gotten where you named it after a phallic object.
Yeah, what the deuce?
What the deuce,
is
dude?
Noodle phallic? Would you say noodles are phallic?
Dude, how many times have you heard someone refer to their penis as like their noodle?
Yeah, I guess that
noodle
is a
dick?
good point.
The noodle dick,
hadn't thought about
banana.
that. Yeah.
This is my third cat, dildo.
This is my fourth cat, prolapse.
Penis. This is my fourth cat, cum stick.
Cum stick.
Cum stick.
I don't know about that one, Doplex. I reckon we gotta take that one back to the shop.
We gotta work on that one a bit.
Longer.
Banana.
Oh, yeah, Banana's chill. She's a fucking dude. It's crazy. Like having a cat off the streets. Like she is just like a straight up like killer. She had like a toy mouse, and I think she thought it was a real mouse because she legitimately was trying to kill it. It was kind of scary.
She's just Oh.
Yo, she got the mic. Hold on, wait. Yeah.
She's popping off.
Say something to the viewers, Banana. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Let's go!
I love Banana.
Banana's epic.
I'm so excited to meet you later in this year, Banana.
Yeah.
How
For Texas, round 2!
Yes.
I imagine it must be like it's probably been quite a different experience in terms of like training her. Because
Yes.
I know Rowie, friend of the show, Rowie from Cold Ones, also had a similar experience to you where he found a stray kitten,
Yeah, he
and
was
has had
telling
to
me
like
about that.
train it as well, and it sounds
Yeah.
like just it doesn't quite understand the concept of a toilet.
No, definitely not. Well, actually, she has. She just kind of knew what was good. Like I gave her a tiny little litter.
She saw that
little
spaceship
litter
you got.
box. Yeah, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I know what to do here. I'm just gonna shit and piss in it. That's cool."
I suppose when most of the ground is carpet, and then you find like the one surface you can dig, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, this
one
works."
little batch of sand. Yeah. So she's been cool with that. But really, the main thing is just her. Fucking, she's got so much energy. It's insane.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm gonna
so
go put her back. now.
cute.
All right, say bye, Banana.
Shout out to
Say
having
goodbye.
2 cats. Bye, Banana!
Bye, Banana.
I love animals.
I freaking love this.
I freaking love them. Like, I didn't grow up being a cat person. We never had any because my first dog was a Keeshhound. If you've ever seen what that is, it's like a medium-sized dog, and they're just the fluffiest motherfuckers ever. But they were bred to kill mice and rats on boats back in the day. So she was one of the best. Like we've had cats that weren't as good as her at killing mice. But it did mean she went after pretty much anything that was smaller and fuzzier than her. So we couldn't have a cat. But we've ended up, after that dog passed away, we ended up finding multiple cats over the
going
years.
to Pussy City.
Yeah, we ended up guys, we're going to Pussy City now.
We're going to Pussy City.
Population.
That's my favorite Fallout game.
Fallout Pussy City.
Fallout Pussy City.
Grand Theft Auto Pussy City.
It's cool how like different animal breeds have little traits. Like Mr. Chips, I think British Shorthairs are famously kind of clumsy, and he is definitely clumsy at times, which is very funny.
They look like
have
a
that look
clumsy
about 'em.
cat. They just got those like big squishy cheeks. They just look like little clumsy guys. I love
They'd
them.
be rolling around at the speed of sound, you know.
That's true.
Rolling
They really
around
do,
on
man.
my fucking balls. Hey, let's talk about video games for another 3 hours.
Okay.
Yes.
Has anyone been watching the whatever?
Dude, the game announcements
the whatever.
recently,
Oh yeah, that one.
insane.
Oh, yeah.
I am like, the next few years of gaming are gonna be so awesome. I'm
It's
so
gonna be
hyped.
nuts, dude.
It's a shame.
I
They're
wanted to message you
remastering
guys.
Age of Mythology,
Oh yeah, that's actually
which
gonna
is
be
one of
sick.
my
I had a
favorite
feeling, I had a
RTS
feeling you would be a
games.
fan of that.
Dude,
Yeah, that
I
looks like
grew
a
up
game you would
playing
like.
the original. It's the same people who made Age of
And you
Empires.
keep playing it like, where's
Oh,
Jesus?
Where is
Where
he?
is he?
He doesn't show up.
What if Jesus was a cheat code you could put in and he was more powerful than every other deity?
That'd be awesome. Actually, I do
Yeah.
remember there being a cheat code in the OG Age of Mythology. There was like 2 you could type. One of them was O Canada, and you would get this bear that stands upright with a Canadian flag cape. It would fuck up everybody. And then there's another one that was like a flying hippopotamus that would absolutely do work. It was always a fun one if you wanted to toss him in there. But I'm hyped as shit.
The classic in Age of Empires was it how do you turn this on? And it was a fucking car with a machine gun. And then there was
epic.
Which I remember, it's funny, we had like Age of Empires on the computers at school. I guess because it was like Age of Empires 2, I should say. I guess because it was like vaguely like learning
historical,
vaguely educational, because it's like you are playing real battles that happened in medieval England and shit. But all the kids would do at lunchtime was just go on there, spam, how do you turn this on? Which I was, as the person who was the most fluent in computers, I was the best at like typing it in and copy pasting it really fast to spawn like 100 cars.
I could type it in there.
So people would like call me over and be like, can you make the cheats happen? And there was that one. There was also another one. I can't remember what you typed in, but it spawned a monkey who was like, I think the most powerful unit in the game, but he was impossible to control. So like, I think you'd select him and be like, go and kill the enemy over there. And there was like a 50% chance he'd just go and kill your guys instead, which added
That's epic.
Well, like, which is like a cool idea. But as like a kid, I was like, why does he do what I tell him to do? The game's broken.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I wish I liked those monkey because like they do look cool, but but then again, I didn't think I would like American Truck Sim, and that's all I've been playing lately. So.
I love RTS and like city builder type games. They've always been some of my favorite. They're such a vibe.
Yeah, didn't they announce a new Civ? I was telling
they did Civ 7,
but it's only a teaser. So
Andrew and Kudos game.
I did see on Reddit someone complaining about this, and I agree. They should ban cinematic trailers if you don't have actual gameplay to show as well.
Dude, yes.
Because I don't give a fuck.
There was one of them. Yeah, there was
one
agree,
of them. Sorry. No, go ahead. Continue, but I want to talk about this.
Yeah, there was one of them that like was so fucking ridiculous. It was during Summer Games Fest, the fucking Jack Keighley thing. And like they played this like really well animated like yeah, it was the anime one. It looked like a really well done, like almost like a 80s, 90s anime. Like it was
like really
it captured
accurate.
that style so
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it looks so fucking cool. And then it cuts to like vertical screen, and it's just like the most dog shit fucking like mobile game you've ever seen in your life. And it's just this like Chinese guy who's just like, I hope you play our game. And it's just like
it was really
why put all that money into that? Like it was fucking sick, and like shout out the animators. This was really cool, but like that's the game this is tied to.
It was like a pixel art beat 'em up. Like it looked the style of it was like cool. Like the actual gameplay was cool, but when compared to that amazing anime intro, you're like, oh
yeah, because it was like a tower defense game. Like it was literally just like
it was like a beat 'em up. I think
no, it wasn't.
It's Bloons Tower Defense 5.
It was literally like was like mobile game, like vertical. The screen. What he was showing off was vertical, and it was literally like you have a base, they have a base, and it was just like you click to send your guys over there.
Dude, nothing
it was like one of
makes my penis deflate and make a little balloon sound quicker than when a game trailer cuts to vertical and it's a mobile game.
I know.
For me personally, Kudos, I know you're a mobile gamer,
yeah, I know
but
Kudos
like for me personally, I'd be watching it and I'm just like,
hey, don't let me into this. 90% of the time, I'm also not. Fucking 98% of the time, actually, there's only like fucking 3 mobile games I actually like.
But I feel like you still cycle them like often enough for you to be considered a mobile game guy. You know,
no,
like,
that's
I feel
fair.
like every month you're like, "Yo, check out this new mobile game I'm playing."
Well, the problem for me is that I lost my mobile game. You know, everyone has like their game. You know, like everyone has like the one game you play on the toilet. I think for James, it's been Clash of Clans for a while. Like I lost.
He just blows money like once a year on it for like 2 weeks and then stops.
Yeah. No, I feel like he was saying he got like max or like to one of the max.
No. He definitely gets really into it. It's just one of those games where you kind of like get super into it and then you stop, and then you get super in and then you stop.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I lost my one of that a while ago, and I've been trying
was that Cookie Run game?
Yeah, it was Cookie Run, which was like that was a really good game, but I just kind of found I was like getting burnt out on it when it wasn't. There's a moment in every mobile gamer's life where they realize they're just using the stupid auto mode that the game gives you to like run everything. You're like, I'm not even playing the game at this point. This is just like a chore.
What's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I bowed on that. Honestly, these days the only like mobile games I actually consistently play that I really enjoy shit like Genshin Impact, which like I don't even really play on my phone anyway. I mostly play on like console and shit because those are like actual video games with like fun combat and exploration and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm gonna be honest. I never understood the concept of like maybe back in like I'd say like 2010, 2011. I was pretty big into like mobile games just because it was like it was a new thing.
Yeah,
you know?
the
like,
iPod Touch had like just come out or whatever back in the day.
Temple
cut
Run,
the rope,
fucking,
suck the dick. Or whatever.
cut the rope. Flappy Bird,
Pocket God.
Like, that shit was cool.
No games really.
You remember
uses
Pocket
the, like,
God?
touch screen.
I've never heard of
It's
that.
familiar. I don't know if I've
Really?
played it.
That one was super popular. It was literally just you had like a little island of little probably at this point offensively drawn little native guys on an island and you just figured out different ways you could kill them.
Oh,
and like the level you could do all sorts of different stuff
Was that
with them.
technically
I think they even
sacrilegious
had
to play that?
I'm
let's
sure
move
there's
on.
a good chunk of the church that would think so, but I didn't think
dude,
so.
this screams fucking early 2010s fucking mobile game.
Oh, dude, it had a whole mini game where you could like drag one of them up into the clouds, and then it just became Doodle Jump.
Oh, that's a
That's
cool idea.
Yeah, so like there was
Wait,
a bunch of little things you could do with it. It was a pretty fun game.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the fucking ball games? Like, it was a whole series of them. It was like ball blank. It was like ball jump, ball roll, or whatever. And it was like these like crudely drawn like MS Paint, fucking like you just a ball and you hop on the platforms. Someone out there's got to know.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like early mobile game shit. Like,
Man, if you were like the sort of guy who I was a bit too young at the time because I was fucking a child, a baby. I guess I could have. Anyway, if you're the sort of dude who like knew how to program a game, it didn't even have to be a good game. Like you could have been just someone who was making like, you know, shitty budget Flash games. But if you got in like right around the time like 2010, 11 when like iPod touches and like iPhones were starting to become a thing, fuck me, there was like the bar was super low. Like these days
to be had, dude.
If you tried to release Doodle Jump or Cut the Rope today, it would just get like no one would give a fuck because it doesn't have you know
fucking Flappy Bird. You remember that whole like 1 month arc of people it blew up and then the guy was like, I'm getting death threats from people who don't like that they can't get a high score in my game, so I'm taking it off the App Store. And then he just
fumbled the bag.
It was gone.
That dude absolutely fumbled the bag. So I have no sympathy for broke dudes like him. Now,
that's broke boy mindset.
The only kind of concession I will give him is I think he lived in like Malaysia or something with Ian Miles John. And I think he was because he was making like,
and that alone is enough for me to feel bad for him.
Yeah, but I think it was because I guess the minimum wage or the average wage there is much lower than what we would be accustomed to. Suddenly he's making like the equivalent of fucking, you know, he's essentially like an overnight millionaire. I don't even he might not have even made $1 million, but he was still making infinitely more money than anyone. So imagine like, I guess it's the same as like when someone wins the lotto and it's public and now everyone's coming to you being like, can I have money? Can I have money? I kind of get that, except the problem is people are still going to be coming get you asking for money, but now you're not making any because you took it off the App Store.
Yeah, that is true.
It's
a good point.
It is funny though because he was like, I took it off because I didn't like how like angry it made people or whatever, and it's like, yeah, but it's a game. Like people were mad, but they weren't like genuinely. I mean, some people probably got frustrated, but like
I could have sworn he took it off because he was getting death threats or something.
I think that was part of it, but maybe I guess that was all. He said it was like I was too much stress. He didn't like the negative effects it was having on people who were playing it, and I'm like, it's just video games though, man. Like some people are gonna, you could have the most chill fucking Stardew Valley like relaxing life sim, and some guy's gonna get pissed off at it because he like
James is gonna break a controller.
Yeah.
We look at
that
the email address and it's all James.
Controllers.
James was the one that got Flappy Bird taken off the App Store because he kept sending death threats.
There's a really funny tweet from fucking XXX Tentacion before he was famous in 2014 that just says, "Don't delete Flappy Bird off your phone. You can't."
Oh yeah.
I do remember that.
Don't get rid of that shit. Yeah, I remember that brief period.
Tweets,
dude. Old rapper, any celebrity, rappers, sports people, like anything, any old tweet. They was saying
like
anything.
what if Like the tweet by Rihanna that's just super fucking Mario.
Love it.
I saw
So
another.
good.
I was going to retweet this off the Beef account, but apparently I'm logged out of it on my fucking computer now, and I can't remember the password. But it was just it was a
Courtney, put
tweet
it on
from
screen.
it was a tweet from Jeff Keighley from circa like 2014 that just says like new IP announced from Epic Games, Fortnite.
If only he knew.
I saw that pop up and I laughed. But it's really funny in retrospect. And that would have been before it was even a battle royale thing. That was like just the shitty save the world mode. That it was
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of Jeff Keighley, can I get on my soapbox here for a second?
Yes.
And complain about something?
Do it.
Yes.
So Jeff Keighley always be doing this fucking thing. He didn't do it this time around, which I'm very happy about. But have you guys noticed, like at every festival, whatever is like his events that he runs, at the end he always hypes it up to be like the biggest fucking announcement ever. He's like, everybody, get ready. This is going to change everthing.
Everybody,
gaming as you know it will never be the same.
put on your 3D glasses now.
The lights go down.
Bring
and
out
then
your
fucking-
complimentary goon kit.
and then the logo pops up, and it's fucking like Bart Simpson's GeoGuessr 2. It's like the most like dog shit nothing game that he like. I always
Crossing
hated that because you're
Road
like,
3.
oh yes, he's saving the best for last.
Hey
It's
man,
just
this
like,
is Berlin.
check out this road sign, man.
Eat my shorts in Paris, dude.
Cowabunga, they're driving on the left.
This must be somewhere in Europe.
Ay caramba, this looks like the Congo.
That would unironically be a really fun game.
No,
It's just GeoGuessr, but every time you guess on it, it's
Bart
Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson.
Bert Simpson.
This is me, Bart Simpson.
I'm the forgotten Simpson. Hey.
Bert. I'm the aborted Simpson.
Simpson.
Simpsons, can you guys put a character called Bert Simpson in there and he's like Bart in 30 years?
Yeah.
That'd be a
What
cool
was the
episode,
fucking-
I think.
Yeah.
What was the fake character they made up for the Simpsons? Someone on the internet did. It was like fucking Quackle Simpson or some shit.
Yeah, it was like the weird, like bald looking.
Yeah,
creature.
yeah,
I'm gonna
and they,
look
like,
this up, 'cause
did,
I gotta
like-
know.
Yeah, and it was like one of those lost media memes where they like
Quackle Simpson.
like the first
Yeah.
first season of the Simpsons had a sixth family member, and they really realistically like,
Graggle.
draw him into
Graggle Simpson.
Graggle.
He looks so fucked up.
My absolute favorite is it Fingorius Rex? Have you guys did you guys like Fingorius
I
Rex?
don't think I've heard of Fingorius Rex. Can you send a picture of
Fingorius?
Graggle? I guess I can just Google him.
Yeah, please put pictures of Graggle on screen.
Yeah,
here. The audience has got to see this.
Graggle.
Put like a bunch of them in rapid succession.
Wait, I found one called
Fingor.
Gumbly Simpson. Who the fuck is Gumbly Simpson? Look at this. Look at this character.
That's him, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Graggle.
Well,
that's
this says
Graggle.
Gumbly.
Well, that
Oh,
one's
what the
that one's
fuck?
lying. This is a character. So this was from the Mario. I can't remember who started. It might have been that Twitter account. Yeah, cut it and obscure video game content, and the file, which is like a fake lost media Twitter account, which is really funny. And they said in the files for New Super Mario Bros. DS, there's a fully coded, unused ghost enemy referred to as Scrupulous Fingor. When asked about the enemy in an interview, Miyamoto disregarded the question, seeming unusually upset. And it's this fucking thing here. And people have made like
Miyamoto
people have
getting
gone
upset
back and-
about it.
Yeah. People have gone back and like edited them into like Mario 64 and shit like this.
God damn, that's so funny.
It says you cannot ignore me
Scrupulous
forever,
Fingor.
Mario. It's kind of like creepypasta-y kind of. I don't know. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
That's so awesome.
Fucking
fucking
scrupulous
funny,
Fingor.
Scrupulous
You
Fingor.
could put him in Mario Kart.
That's a Harry Potter name. I'm not gonna lie. Scrupulous
Oh, 100%.
Fingor. He's absolutely running around Hogwarts.
Yeah,
Oh,
what race would Scrupulous Fingor be?
The best one. The most powerful.
Yeah, what
race.
the Filipino.
Filipino.
He's
Filipino. Scrupulous Fingor,
what
dude got
if J.K.
Filipino
Rowling put a
energy.
Filipino child in Hogwarts? What would they be? It'd be called like Swaggiest Maximus or something.
Yeah, Swaggiest Maximus. I'm Filipino. What's good?
Like fucking lumpia lumpia cockfight.
Shout out Filipinos.
Shout out Filipinos.
If you don't know what we're
Filipinos.
fucking referencing, I think it's the Cushioned Lyrics Tumblr account.
The swag facts from fucking 2012.
But it was specifically from a Tumblr account called Cush and Lyrics with a Z.
Yeah. Actually, it's probably good we explain this because I feel like we've said
We
that
reference
line
the most
so many
powerful
times
race all the time
throughout the course
many
of the entire
times.
show. Yeah, it's from this fucking like those swag fact memes where like it's the fucking
I don't
the dude
need it.
with
I
the
don't need
snapback
school.
and he's
I've
We
like,
should
got
replace
swag.
oxygen with swag.
yeah, it's like a fucking Latina girl who's like she's got her tongue out and her middle fingers.
Yeah.
And it's got like a fact number 300, but it said Filipinos are the most powerful race.
There's one.
Which
It's
is
like
true.
two
Which is
Filipino guys in a club with like snapbacks on, doing like that.
Yeah, they're holding their
shit, and
snapbacks
then
like this.
yeah, and it just says fact: Filipinos are the most powerful race.
Yeah, put it on screen here. I feel like
we'll
we better
slap
just
it up.
put it here instead of us explaining. the
Oh
meme.
my god!
But they are the most powerful race. They're gonna
Yeah.
take
True.
over Malaysia and execute Ian Miles Chong.
Ian Miles Chong. Yep.
Actually, I
Then
think
they're gonna delete his
he lives
Twitter
in
account.
Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think they still do public canings there.
Do they really?
Yeah, no, I swear I just saw a video recently of some dude who was gay getting whacked, and a bunch of people were there with their phones out, like,
I think they
This is
they do
epic.
they do. I know they do public executions in Indonesia still. If you're like gay, or
maybe it was
Victorian.
Indonesia. I can't remember. I'm just thinking, what's the funniest way we could get Ian Miles Chong publicly caned? Because I think that would be
I don't-
funny.
That would.
I
I
feel
mean,
like
be entertaining.
yeah. This is all hypothetical.
I would
by
be
the way.
one of the
YouTube,
people in the
don't,
front row
delete
with
our
with the
channel.
phone going,
with the phone. Yeah. Yo!
Soy facing.
Ian
Dude, can you
Miles
imagine-
caned.
Can you imagine if a video of Ian Miles Chong getting fucking publicly caned by a by a Malaysian official service on the internet? Like,
Dude,
I know it's kind of been
Twitter
over for
would
him
be
for a
so
while.
funny.
Yeah.
He's one of those weird people where it's like, I don't even think he's got no one writing for him. Like, even when
None.
it came out, like, even people on his political side just seem to fucking hate him. Literally, I think the only reason he
Because
gets
he's playing both sides.
but also like not. I mean, yeah, it's weird. I think,
Dude,
all
I
the-
remember the outcome of
Back when you were buddies with
one
him,
back when you
I
guys
was never
used to,
buddies with him.
when you guys used to
when you
hang
guys
out
used
all
to
the
Andrew's
time.
lying.
stick your feet
This
in
is
the air and talk
misinformation.
about girls.
This is misinformation. Fucking back when the results of whatever fucking election, I remember like just going to his page out of curiosity because it was like, not to get political here, I don't care, but like it was a lot of because he was like Trump is gonna win, blah blah blah, and I went to his page to see what he
Stop
said.
the
And then
count.
it was the fastest fucking switch to fucking like. Yeah, Biden had this in the bag. I mean, fucking, what was
Dude.
Trump expecting? It was a lot of like an instant
Yeah.
switch over. It's like, oh, so that's what grifting is. That's crazy. Like
Well,
to see that happen in real time.
I think his whole thing is like he may as well just remove his face and name from his account at this point because he's pretty much just one of those like accounts that's called like Daily News Now with a fucking check mark. Like
Yeah,
the only
exactly.
reason he gets traction is because he
Now
posts
this.
like real inflammatory shit of like race baiting and fucking like viral clips of people getting fucking beaten up and stuff, and just posing questions like, what would you have done?
Would you allow your child to go to this school?
Yeah, no, exactly. Like that, but no one in the comments is actually like, great point, my friend Ian Miles.
My dear
Chong."
friend.
My
Yeah.
Ian,
My Ian.
My Ian.
my Ian.
This is fantastic point, sir.
Truly exquisite tweet on x.com, Ian Miles Chong.
All of his followers are just fucking Codsworth from Fallout 4.
Excellent race baiting,
Hello,
sir.
fuck ass.
Beautifully said, sir.
Beautifully said. The race war will start any day now, sir. You will surely be on the side of the whites.
I will be on the front lines for you.
Do you think if you entered in Ian Miles Chong into the fucking Fallout 4 name thing, if Codsworth would say it?
God, I
Well, you
hope
can-
so.
Ian Miles Chong.
What's I was gonna say, do you reckon Ian Miles Chong would come up if you did Akinator?
Yo, let's see. First question. Is your character a girl?
No.
No. Definitely not.
Definitely
no,
not.
He is a boy.
I am
A man, a
look
cis
at my
man.
look at my shitty facial here.
Is your character real?
Yes. Maybe.
Unfortunately.
Maybe. Is your character a famous YouTuber? I don't know. What do we put for that? Is he?
I don't think he's a YouTuber.
I don't think he was a YouTuber.
Nah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't know him as that.
Should I put don't know?
Hang on. Ian Miles
It'd be funny if he had a YouTube
channel.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't, but maybe one of those things like in 2016 he ran one
right
for like 5 minutes. But I don't know. I wouldn't say he's even if he did it, I wouldn't say he's famous. I think you probably say
it's nothing's coming up with that. It's all people making videos about him.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'll go ahead and click no. Does your character personally know you?
Yes.
Wow.
I feel like that doesn't count because Akinator doesn't know who I am. I'm gonna say no.
That's so
is your character a sportsman?
No.
In the game of wit, yes, he is Akinator.
He's 3 moves ahead at all times.
This is Cosmo batting for Ian Miles Chong.
Yeah. He's thinking real hard now. He's got his fucking fingers to his temple. He's really fucking working this one
he's
out.
cooking.
Does your character create music?
No.
Is your character an actor?
No.
Well, he's a paid actor of some description.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good point. Yeah.
But no.
Did your character die? There was the fucking...
Sort of.
Is your character an adult man?
Yeah.
Does your character... Dude, what the fuck? Does your character talk about the government?
Yes.
It's already fucking... It's already
It's
there.
narrowing in on him.
Yes!
Dude, the next one. Is your character American?
No.
No, famously.
Is your character Indian? I don't know. Is Malaysia India?
Nah.
No? Okay.
No, that's Malaysia.
Is your character Muslim? Is that...
I don't know if he is Muslim. Malaysia is a Muslim country. I don't know. I would guess.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah, I would say don't know.
Yeah. Is your character black?
No.
Yes.
Is your character Russian? No.
No.
Is your character Asian?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Yes. Is your character Korean?
No.
This is kind of cheap because now he's just throwing everything at the wall. He's just asking me shit.
The next question is, what is your character's name?
Quick, don't even think about it. Just type it out.
Just type it in.
Okay.
And it's funny, his little animation. His animation. It looks like he's like fucking shitting himself. He's like, I've never seen him like.
We're breaking Akinator.
Here we are. Is your character from Pakistan? No.
No.
Is your character from the Philippines? No. But if he was, it'd be a different story.
We're getting close.
Has your character been the president of a country? He wishes.
He wishes, yeah.
Does Ian Miles Strong have a beard?
No. He wishes.
That's true. Is your character a politician? No. Is your character more than 40 years old? I don't know how old he is.
Dude, yeah, he's like...
He might be like... Hold on.
Yeah, how old is he?
Fool?
I feel like he is. Yeah, this fucking idiot's 40. Or 41, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, so
is
yes.
It? Yeah.
Is your character a religious figure? No. Has your character killed people? By proxy, maybe, but not directly, no. At least... Do I put no or I don't know?
No,
I don't think
he's a murderer. I don't think he's a murderer. Although it'd be really funny to start that rumor.
Yeah, it would be. Is your character from TikTok? No. Has your character ever governed his country? No. Is your character Chinese? No. Japanese? No. Does your character have white skin? No. We outsmarted him.
Yes!
Let's go! I gotta send.
Bro, Ian Miles Chong fucking fell off. Akinator can't get him.
Yeah, Akinator doesn't know the fuck.
Now, if it finds, what the fuck is his name? Grabbly? Grimbly? Graggle, yeah. If he guesses Graggle Simpson, it's over. Ian gotta hang it up.
Yeah,
you gotta quit the internet.
I'm gonna send you guys who the fucking Akinator thought we were talking about.
Muhammad Yunus. He's a Bangladeshi banker and economist.
That's awesome. He looks like
very
he could
close,
either be...
Akinator. Very close.
I like how he looks like he could either be Muhammad Yunus, Bangladeshi banker and economist, or some guy that we would see at Buc-ee's in Texas.
Yeah.
He kind of has that like old leathery white American face, but also he's Asian.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a race bender. He sits between both. All right, let's do Scrupulous. Well, what are we doing? Fucking Graggle?
Yeah, let's see if we can get Graggle Rock.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny. On the little fucking, on the thing that's like, you know, it shows you a whole list of people it could have been. He's not even on that.
Damn, he fell off.
Rough.
Fell off.
Fell off.
Fell off.
Loser alert.
All right. Is your character a girl? What is Graggle?
That sounds like a
no.
Yeah.
Sounds more
Does
like
your
a
character
boy.
have a great artistic skill?
No.
We don't know that.
No.
Is your character a sportsman? No. Is your character originally from a video game? No.
Mm-mm.
Does your character have a human head?
Not really.
No, not really.
Kind
No.
of.
It kind of
Vaguely.
fish-like.
Don't know.
Yeah. Is your character an animal?
No.
Don't
No.
know. Does your character stand on two legs? Yes.
Yes.
We can answer that one. Does your character wear clothes? No. Is your character from
None.
YouTube? No. Is your character small? Yeah, Graggle is kind of small.
He's
I
kinda
think he was
small.
about the same size as the rest of the Simpsons, wasn't he?
Is he?
He's not like when I think small, I think like an inch tall. Like he was like still.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then we'll do
No.
no. Does your character kill? I mean,
No.
I don't know what's the lore.
Who
on
knows?
that?
I would say
Graggle's-
no.
As far as the town of Springfield knows, no.
Right. They might be hiding a dark secret. Is your character from a TV series? Yes.
Yes. Yes. Sort of.
Sort of.
Is your character purple? No. Is your character red? No. Does your character fight? I don't know.
He fights for what he believes in, but I would still.
Yeah, exactly.
Fights for what he believes in. Has your character entered a circus? No. Is your character a robot? No.
Mm-mm.
Is your character yellow?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It guesses
Yes,
Ian
it is.
Miles Chong right away.
God damn it! I was about to say that.
Akinator, you can't do that.
Akinator gets his wires crossed. Has your character appeared in The Simpsons? Yes.
Sort of.
It got Graggle
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
It got Graggle Simpson.
Ian, you
Holy
fucking fell off,
shit.
dude. You lost to Graggle
What
Simpson.
the fuck?
That was awesome.
That's insane.
You take a screenshot of that.
Holy
also,
shit.
Can you now do scrupulous finger?
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
I think that'll round out this episode.
I can't believe it actually got Graggle
That's so
Simpson.
funny that it landed on
That is
Graggle.
insane. Is your character a girl? Is Scrupulous Finger a girl?
I don't
think
even
it has
remember
a
who
gender.
Scrupulous Finger is. Oh, the Mario person. Right.
Yeah.
I'll put don't know. I'm clicking don't know now.
Yeah.
Does the character have a great artistic skill? He's got a big
No.
finger.
There's a big finger, but I don't think that means anything.
Yeah.
He
Does the character have animal ears?
Huh?
No,
No.
no ears actually. None at all.
Yeah, no ears. Is your character yellow? No.
No, great.
Yes.
He's
Does
gray.
the character stand on two legs? Yeah, there's
No.
like barely any defining features to
Yeah,
him.
he's kind of just a head and a hand, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yep.
head, hand, mouth, eyes. No legs. Is your character originally from a video game? Yes. Is your character from a horror game? This is tough because like
no,
he's kind of like in a creepypasta sort of vibe, but not really.
Nah, yeah, but it's but New Super Mario.
That
Brothers,
one
it's not traditionally a horror
haunted
game.
mansion of Mario
Yeah.
64 is pretty scary.
It's pretty
The
spooky.
piano tries to eat you.
that is scary.
The original Dark Souls.
If you think about
no,
it.
not a horror game. Is your character green? He's more gray than green.
He's more
He's,
gray than
he's all
green.
green, all gray actually, no green.
That's true. That's a good point.
All gray, no
Is your character
green.
an animal?
I don't know.
Does your character float in the air? Yes.
Yes.
Does your character appear in the Mario games?
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Is your
I was
character white?
Oh, it's
No.
trying to get Boo. It's not.
It's a not boo.
Oh, right. That's
It's
true.
not
yeah.
Boo.
No.
It's gray.
Is your character bad? Maybe don't know.
It's a.
Yeah.
I think it's meant to be an enemy. So like, yes.
Should I put probably?
Yeah.
Yeah, but probably.
Is your character blue?
No.
Yeah. I feel like gray's kind of tough because it's bluish.
Yeah.
It's blue adjacent, but I'll put no. Is your character black? No. Does your character have hands?
Yes,
Yes,
one
one.
specifically.
Is your character purple? No. Is your character linked with Nintendo? What do I put for that?
I guess it's in a Mario game.
Yeah, but would it be like don't know?
I guess yeah, don't know. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the more vague answers we give with that, I think that's probably why it went for Graggle, because we answered a couple of don't knows, and it's like, well, if they knew it was Homer, it would have guessed
That's a
Homer.
good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Does the character wear clothes? No,
Mm-mm.
he can't.
He's an
Is
exhibitionist.
the character a ghost? Is
Oh,
Scrupulous
it
a ghost?
It is in the Haunted Mansion level, but maybe just say don't know.
Yeah, if you say yes, it's gonna give us like King Boo or some shit.
That's true, yeah. Alright, don't know. Is your character a floating head?
Yes.
Yes. Is your character... It asked me that twice. Is your character a floating head?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure your character's a floating head?
Then it gives us Ian Miles Strong.
Does your character use guns?
No. That would be sweet, though.
It'd be super sick.
Well, okay, it threw like a massive curveball here. Is your character from the game Roblox?
No.
No. Yo! Does your character have fingers?
Yes. In fact, one would say it's his defining feature.
One would say that's his surname.
Fingor.
Does your character float? Yes. No fucking way.
It got it.
It got Scrupulous fucking Fingor.
Yes. Fuck you, Ian. You fell off, dude.
God damn, dude.
You lost to Gregor Simpson and Scrupulous Fingor.
Scrupulous Fingor. How do you feel, buddy?
That's awesome. I'm so glad that happened.
Yeah, that was great. Yo, shout out fucking Akinator.
Shout out Akinator.
I don't even know how old that shit is, but this 10-year-old software can still bring so much joy.
I'd love to see how it works. It's probably really boring.
Yeah, me too. It probably is. Probably just like a series of... But it's weird because like...
It is weird
like,
how accurate it is sometimes.
Yeah, it's crazy because like you can like think of the most niche fucking character in the world and it somehow gets it every time. I don't get it. Except for Ian Miles Strong.
I think there is something to like if you do legitimately stump it and it's like I have no fucking idea. I'm pretty sure it asks you to like suggest who you were thinking of.
It does, yeah.
So I guess you can get better at it. Yeah.
I guess enough people do that. It's like okay, if you go down this specific route, then. From previous, you know, and like you say, at this point, it's been on for like 10 years. So it's 10 years of people like trial and erroring the dumbest fucking characters, like Scrupulous Fingor.
Scrupulous Fingor.
It's such a good name. Why are weird words funny?
The
Scrupulous Fingor fucking glop shitto. It's like
Yeah, we should get Scrupulous Fingor on the podcast.
Let's get
Scrupulous Fingor. Come on in.
Come on in, dude. Get in here. Get in here, man. What do you have to say, dude? What do you have to say? What do you have to say to end the episode, dude?
What the fuck?
That is.
I don't know if we can air that actually.
That is crazy how racist that is.
I don't know if we can put that in.
He seemed cool from the things I saw on Twitter.
I mean, Akinator knows him, so like.
I
thought that was a reference.
I'm really sorry. I'd like to personally apologize to our audience for platforming that kind of speech.
That is insane. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
I don't.
Did we cut this out?
True. I think we should probably just get out of here. Let's just call it a day.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well. Yeah. Okay.